In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
There we go. I knew I left it down. How you doing? Good morning. How about that Ward Ace Hardware celebrating 100 years in Central Louisiana this weekend? That's pretty amazing stuff. They had their big celebration of that, and congratulations to them. Thankful to have them on as a sponsor, and thankful to have you here watching this morning. There's that upper level feature that has just really plagued us. I mean, yesterday it wasn't like it was heavy rain or crazy or anything, but the mist and the real like heavy drizzle was pretty nasty out there, and we look like we're about to get out of this. So that whole thing kind of spinning off to the east, that heavier rain way out here, that's where we're seeing any threat for severe weather. And there's the center of that bad boy right there, and that's going to lift out. So we are looking much better. We are going to see a few isolated sprinkles today, but I am not terribly worried about anything even like what we saw yesterday. Now it's 65 right now. It's cool outside. We're in the 70s today, but that is coming to a crashing halt. Let me tell you, I'm not thrilled. Westerly winds today. It's not going to be real windy out there, so if you do want to go out and do some outdoor stuff, you got the day off, you had a guided fishing trip planned, well, you're already out there, but the weather is looking beautiful. We're going to keep the winds down, probably gusting maybe 10 miles per hour, so sustained like 3 to 5, 3 to 7, somewhere in there. So mostly cloudy to start, partly cloudy to finish. I think we mix in a few showers. We're going to be around 77 for a high. It's going to be nice out there, but it is changing. Severe weather possible off to the east on the east side of that upper low, so if you have a later flight into Atlanta, you may run into a storm. A few severe storms possible up into Montana, so if you are flying into Great Falls, you might also have a bit of a problem, but I think it's a better chance you're flying into Atlanta. I'm just saying. Okay, so scattered showers, couple of sprinkles out there. Maybe we muster a isolated storm, but that's mainly going to be to the northeast, and you can see this is a little more of a smattering of rain as opposed to what we've seen the last few days, which is just kind of that dense, heavy drizzle overhead for parts of the area. So after this, again, 30% coverage today. That moves out of here, and we are not dealing with rain for a while. In fact, GFS is going to show that thing lifting out to the east. A lot of shower activity going up through the Smokies and all that over the next few days. And then we kind of watch to the north. Now, I'm going to show you a map later here. It's kind of a lie, I think, but most of this activity, I think, is going to hold to the north. I think this ridge of high pressure is going to hold pretty strong, and I think we're going to stay pretty dry here for the next 7 days, and maybe even beyond that. And you can see how everything just kind of ripples onto the north. And if you look way up here, see way up here, where are we at? There we are. Up into Colorado, still some snow going on up there in the mountains. I love it. All right, few showers over the next 7 days here. Rain chances, you're going to see they're low throughout the 7 day. We still may see a little bit of rainfall in the bucket over the next 24 hours or so, but after that, I think we really dry out. And temperatures, they go straight from 77 almost to 90. We could hit 90 as soon as tomorrow. And then obviously after that, we're going to hit 90, 91. These are the gentle 90s, I guess. At least it's not 98. I'm going to have to look at the positive side of things because those overnight lows coming up into the low to mid 70s, it is going to be quite warm and humid. And you can see here we have a little bit of a battle of the air masses set up. If you think about this, cooler than normal up north. Let's say this time of year it's in the 60s normally up in Minneapolis. I'm not exactly sure on that. But if it's below normal, maybe it's in the 50s. Well, down here we're above normal. That means we're in the 90s. So a pretty decent temperature gradient. That means there's going to be something going on up here where these air masses kind of come together. I think that stays to our north, so I actually think this next map, this is the one where I said one of these maps might be lying. I think the heavier rain is going to hold even further north than this. So I think we're going to stay pretty dry through not the entire end of the month, but I think right up until about Memorial Weekend, we're going to stay dry. And because I actually have plans to do something that weekend, it's going to be terrible weather. So plan on that right now. No, we're going to be nice here. 88 in Aruba. Well, it's going to be 88 here tomorrow, but it's not going to be the same views here in Alexandria as what you have in Aruba. So yeah, I would go for that. That's amazing. I've never been there. Heard good things though. But I am going to get out of here for today. I'll see you back here tomorrow. I took off yesterday. Mother's Day, we had the play, we had family in the play and all that stuff. Nice dinner with the moms and all that good stuff. And so took the day off because the weather wasn't that bad. I mean, just a little rain out there. If it was severe, we would have been here for you. And I think Tom, he even jumped on and streamed. So I'll tell him I'm taking the day off. And he's like, no, sir, we are going to get this done. I love it. All right, I'm out of here for today. Have a great Monday. I'll see you back here tomorrow.